Okay. So that is my death plan. So in Oregon, they can do physician-assisted death as long as you are within 6 to 12 months of natural death. And so have you ever had a pet that you've had to put down? Like that, like a shot? I mean, I would do it for myself, but first of all, my veins are so, like, and I hate needles and I hate blood. And what if I screwed it up? I don't know. So I'm doing that not to be irresponsible, but to be responsible. Because, okay, now I have to scroll back. So my mother, Mary, my daughters know her as Grammy. When she was, so she grew up in Essex Junction, Vermont, and her father owns a pharmacy called Knight's Rexall, like Knight, like Knight, Knight, and that's because that was their last name. And when she was in high school, she and her older sister Joan used to work at the soda fountain. That was like a thing back then. And they were both so pretty. Like the people would come from like all over just to like go to the soda fountain counter thing, whatever, just to like interact with them and see them and stuff. So then one day after my mother's, I think she was a junior in high school, I think, at the time. She went to go work her, after school job, to help support the family and do her thing. And she walked in, or she tried to walk in, and the door was locked. And she was like, that's so strange, because it's only like 3 p.m. But she had a key, of course, because her family owned the place.
Yeah.
And she walked in to find 2 dead bodies.
What?
Her father and her oldest brother. And it just traumatized her, and I feel like it changed the direction of her life forever. And so when I talk about this Oregon plan, it's because I don't know when this is going to happen to me. But doctors are used to seeing dead bodies all the time, but children are not. And then if we want to go further into my mother's story, and my brother's. So then when I was away for the summer, I was just off in North Carolina. I was supposed to come home, I think, the next week or 2 weeks later. My mother, my father, both of my brothers, and one of my brother's friends were all at our lake house. And my grandmother called, Margaret, and she said that she had woken up that morning and she saw Leo, my grandfather, who had been dead already. He passed away like a year before, or no, maybe 2 years, outside the window holding a bundle of roses. And she was so freaked out. So she called my father, because she only lived like, maybe 25, 30 minutes from our lake house. And he was like, okay, Mom, I'm watching the game. I'll get back to you. I think it was like, I don't know if it was like the U.S. Open or something. I don't know. We all in our family like to watch sports. And so then he started making weird noises. So my brother and his friend were up in the loft, and my older brother and my mom were out on the porch, and my father was in the living room watching the game. And he started making weird noises. And at first they were chuckling because they thought he was like reacting to the game, And then he just dropped dead. So my mom not only saw You know what I mean? And then my little brother, my older brother, and my younger brother's friend. Like, I feel like I've never encountered a dead body in my life. And I don't want that to happen to my children. And so I've thought about it very deeply. Like, I'm like, maybe I should go to a hotel. But then I'm like, what about the poor, like, human who would just walk in, you know what I mean, to, like, clean the room or, like, check to be like, why haven't you checked out yet? Like I don't want anyone to be harmed by that, because I've seen with what's happened to my mother, both of my brothers. Well, not my older brother. He's kind of like, he's penetrated by steel. But my younger brother's friend even was so deeply impacted by it. And my mother, it happened to her twice. And I don't want to put my daughters through that. And I know it's going to happen. And I know it's going to happen soon. And I don't want it to happen in the house that I bought for them. Mm-hmm. So they always have a home. Even if I'm not there, it's their home. So that's why that's my death plan. Mm-hmm. And, okay, prompt me, because now I need a minute to, like, process. That was a lot to say out loud.
What do you plan on leaving them, I guess? Like, what's your plan for them after death, for your kids?
Would, be more specific, please?
Like, just...
financially, guess, like, or physically,
anything, or... anything. Like, what are you leaving behind for them?
Okay, so I'm leaving them my car, I'm leaving them the house, and then everything that should have gone to me from my family's estate. So all of that money that would have gone to me should go to them. Mm-hmm. The house at the lake, that belongs to them as well. And then, this one is super important, so important. And I feel like it's been worked out, but I'm not quite sure, because my ex-husband, although I'm not saying he's a terrible person, but he can be a bit duplicitous, has $1.3 million, I think, on my head for, insurance, like death insurance. And that should go to them and be equally divided between them, and everything in our house. And there are some things in our home that are quite valuable. Like, the two of you should divide it in whichever way you deem fit. But know that everything that is mine is yours, and that you should divide it in half. And if you want to keep the house in Holliston, you can, or you can sell it, but then you still have to, everything is equal between the two of you. Everything I own.
This is all, like, written into your will, too?
I think so, but it's like, because I don't like... Do you mind if I take my sweater off for a second? Sometimes I need my skin to breathe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I have a shirt on underneath, but it's small. I'm going to look a little bit naked, but I'm not. I don't really trust lawyers, and the lawyer that I did entrust this to, I hope he did it right, but I can't read it because it's too sad. So I hope he did it correctly, and these are my wishes, and he said he wrote them down and that he filed those papers, and They are in our book room, where we keep all the books. And if there's ever a question, those are my wishes. And also, of course, everyone knows that I want to be cremated. Like, cremated is such a gross way to say it, because I always think of cream and whipped cream and ice cream and no, cremated. So, yeah. And what you would like to do with my ashes is on you, because I'll be in Oregon. And I'm not from Oregon. I've never actually even visited Oregon. But I was born in California. So if you want to, you guys just decide what you want to do. Just don't, put me in a FedEx bag and, ship me back to Massachusetts. I'm not Flat Stanley. So just, they're yours to keep. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Please do not bury me in the ground, and don't let anyone autopsy me, rip open my body and inspect me. When my body is gone, when I'm gone, my body will still be here if you don't cremate me. I don't know. My body has been violated so many times by so many people. Don't let it happen after I'm dead, please. Okay, can we talk about something else for a minute? Just distract me.
It's raining quite a lot.
It has been, but it's been really good for the plants.
If we were in a drought, we most definitely won't be after this week.
There was a drought?
Yeah.
I was not aware.
I think it didn't rain for almost a month.
Really? Which month? April?
Yeah.
I feel like there was a lot of rain in April.
It was at least 3 weeks, I believe.
So what did you listen to today? What did you...
Music-wise, or?
Yeah, anything. People in your ears, music in your ears, films, television shows, YouTube episodes, anything. What was in your ear today? Just take me out of myself for a minute.
I spent the day preparing to do the broadcast for the ACC softball tournament. So I had to...
ACC?
Atlantic Coast Conference. Which ironically has Stanford and Cal State in it. For whatever reason.
Which is so weird. Yeah, and Duke and Wake Forest.
Duke, Wake Forest, Colgate, Stonehill.
Wait,
no, not Colgate, I'm sorry.
No, those are not D1 schools.
I think UNH...
What? That's so random.
Colgate is D1, actually.
And I know... But, well, no. Colgate is only D1, I think, for hockey.
When my mom played soccer at Colgate, it was D1. That was the 80s. I don't know if they still are.
Yeah. Well, for female sports and male sports, it used to be different.
It was pre-Title IX, yeah. UMass. UMass Lowell and UMass Amherst. Boston College, of course, which is where this was.
It's so weird. It's that BC is I was BC is part of the ACC now. That was my first, what is happening? Mm-hmm. It just used to be, as far as I knew, UNC, Wake,
mm-hmm.
Duke.
Yeah, you think of, the Southern schools, but...
Right,
the Atlanta. The whole time, I think.
But they just keep changing it up. And I'm what are you doing here, people?